Hello everyone, and welcome back to Efficient Gaming. Happy Valentine's Week to all you witches out there, and especially big happy Valentine's to anyone who I've already sent gifts to and received gifts from. You'll hear a bit more about the gifts later on in the video. But yeah, so this week is the Monster Week, which is all about Valentine's Day, and we've got a focus on the hybrid class, specifically Succubus. So we've got some time tasks for that. And we've got a bit more event content to run through, so let's check it out. Okay, so let's start where we normally do by checking out the What's New page. Season of Love. That's some pretty cool art there. Don't know what to call it, art. Event art, there we go. That's some pretty cool event art right there, I think anyway. So, Witcher. Let yourself be carried away by the charm of Valentine's Day and celebrate the occasion with the new event in The Witcher Monster Slayer, The Season of Love. Starting now and ending February 15th at 11:59 p.m, so at the end of February 15th. The Master Witcher has prepared new weekly timed tasks involving succubi. These lust-driven, attractive monsters make the perfect opponent for Valentine's Day challenges. Hunt them down, complete the assigned tasks, and get a reward. During the event, instead of standard packs from friends, you will receive special gifts with new, time-limited enhancements to the gameplay. Perfumes, love notes, and chocolates. All these items obtained during the Season of Love will remain in your inventory and can be used even after the event ends. Check the store for the charming Season of Love set that includes mentioned gameplay boosters, extra summoning scrolls, and in-game currency. Happy Valentine's Day. Alright, so they mentioned just a pack in the shop, so let's check that out first. So that's the normal standard starter pack that's always there, presumably unless you buy it. So the Charming Season of Love set, so they've put this down as 60% off. So that means they value these perfumes, love notes, and summoning scrolls pretty highly. So let's just see what a summoning scroll is worth. A regular summoning scroll, oh right, so it's not the lesser one. A regular summoning scroll is worth 200 gold each. So £4.99, obviously in my currency, it will vary by country. You get 1,000 coins, which are worth £4.99 on their own if you buy them in the single 99p packs, or you would get normally about 1,300 gold if you were to just buy it as a $4.99 pack. So if you add up the 1,000 golds plus 5 summoning scrolls, which are each 200 gold each, you're already at 2,000 gold. So the chocolates, the love notes, and the perfumes you're getting for free, and it is pretty good value. So if you are looking to get some of the cool new event limited time boosters, then this is probably a good pack for you. So what do these do though? So I mean, you already know what the summoning scroll is, but we'll just give a quick recap on that now. 1,000 gold's 1,000 gold. As you can see down here, it would otherwise cost $4.99 to get 1,300 gold, or if you bought it in the £1 packs each, you would get 1,000 gold for approximately $4.99. So what does a summoning scroll do? A summoning scroll summons 5 random monsters, including 4 common and 1 common or rare. I still don't like the fact that it's common or rare. It wouldn't be that hard to just make it 4 common and 1 rare, but anyway, that's the item. It's worth 200 gold, and you get 5 of those, so it's well worth buying this if you regularly invest in gold for the game. But what do the new items do? So we've managed to collect at least 1 of each by completing some of the tasks and getting some gifts from friends, so thank you to all my friends who have sent me gifts so far, and you're welcome for the gifts that I've sent you. Cast, so this is the perfume we're looking at first. Casting Signs delays the opponent's next attack by 1 second, but increases the cooldown by 20%. The effect lasts for 10 minutes. So all of these boosters from timed events seem to last for a specific in-game period of time, which was a suggestion from certain players a while ago. And this one in particular acts similarly to an attack interrupt, but rather than that attack interrupt and delay only coming from the Ard spell, this seems to work from the use of any sign. So I haven't tested it yet because I've only got one, and I do like to save these sorts of things, but presumably that also includes Quen, which could make a really interesting build. So I'd stack up on as much of these limited time things as you can get, because you never know what's coming in the future and how useful they might be. But this seems like a pretty cool. I mean, it sucks that the cooldown is increased by 20%, but the effect is really cool. The cooldown can be mitigated by using something like a Manticore Steel Sword or a Tawny Owl Potion, anything like that. But that's the perfume. The Love Note. Now, this one seems quite overpowered to me, but we'll see in practice in use. Perfect critical hits regenerate 10% vitality. This effect lasts for 10 minutes, so you could quite easily pair this with a... I need to look it up. I don't know what the name of the potion is off the top of my head. I think it's the Swift Potion. So if you use this with a Swift Potion, then your maximum vitality is increased, and every time you do a critical hit, you will be getting 10% of your vitality back. So that's pretty good as far as I'm concerned, especially if you're well practiced at landing critical hits. And finally, we move on to the chocolates. Taking damage charges the critical hit meter. This effect lasts for 10 minutes. So again, 10 minutes like all the other consumables. Taking damage charges the critical hit meter is useful because technically you always take damage. Perfect parries, you still take damage. Using the Quen spell, you still take damage. So anytime you get hit, you are going to charge the critical hit meter, which is just going to allow you to defeat the monsters quicker. Although, theoretically, only if you take damage while you have Quen or during a perfect or regular parry is this useful. Because if you take damage without parrying or without using Quen, it reduces your critical hit meter. So I'm not sure how this would work with that, but... nevertheless, it is still a pretty cool item. So that's our new items. You can get these from, I've already opened all the gifts from my friends, but you can get these from sending and receiving gifts. I've actually got some of the gifts ready to send, so I can show you those. Where are they? They are going to be down here. There you go. So all the gifts look pretty cool and different. I'm not sure which one does which, or if it's all randomized and they just all look different because it's cool. This one says it looks like somebody likes you. They all say that, but they're all just a little bit. It's cool that they've got quite a few different designs for the gifts, and they did have this at Christmas time as well. They all look like different wrapped Christmas presents. So this one's got a heart and some pink wrapping. This one's got a heart lock and some pink wrapping, and this one has a rose and some pink wrapping. So they're all pretty cool. But let's move on to the time tasks. Actually, before we do that, they've also sent out an email this time. So not only have we got the in-game news, but just in case you hadn't played Witcher for a while, they're reminding you that there's a cool new event coming with all these different boosts and boosted monsters. So they've sent us an email to tell us that the event is on. So let's just have a quick look through that. The Witcher Monster Slayer. Join a special Valentine's Day event in the Witcher universe. Season of Love starts now. Valentine's Day magic brings a new in-game event to the Witcher Monster Slayer, the Season of Love. Get swept up in the holidays charm and join the celebration. The love spell will linger in the air for the next week and vanish on February 15th. So it's majority the same info, but they've worded it a little bit differently. This event's time tasks will involve succubi. As the legends say, these highly attractive demons seduce humans to draw energy from them to the point of exhaustion or death. Their insatiable lust-driven desire makes them perfect opponents for a Valentine's Day challenge. I really wish they'd wrote this in-game, because that's, much better wording. Hunt them down, complete the tasks from Master Witcher, and earn your rewards. So this goes on to tell us about the new boosted gifts that we've got, and it tells you about the store pack, which we looked at. So I'm not going to go over that again, but it was just interesting to see that they are promoting the game again. They're trying to attract new players or get returning players to come back. But we're all here for the time tasks this week and how to complete them. So we'll have a very quick look through, and we will analyze these as we go. So kill any 50 succubi. That should be reasonably easy. I'm up to 42, and I haven't even been playing for a whole day yet. Kill 15 night succubi. The night succubi were only around for maybe an hour this morning after I woke up. So it was still nighttime, even though it was like 7 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I managed to do a lot of these tasks through that. So kill any 5 succubi in 30 minutes. Obviously, you just need to go out. These can be the lesser succubi or the night succubi. Both count towards this, and I did manage to do that at some point today as well. So now we'll move on to the slightly more difficult ones, which I've got recorded videos for. So kill any succubus in less than 15 seconds without dealing any kinetic damage. So let's go have a quick look at how we did that. So I'm just obviously showing us which task we're attempting, and we found a regular succubus. So I'm going to be using my incandescent heart because it's weak to steel and fast attacks, and it means we can get more of the fast attacks out. So because we're trying to do this quick and it's nighttime, I'm going to be using both a cat potion and a thunderbolt potion, as well as the hybrid oil. And we're just going to go fight it. We're going to hit it a bunch of times, and then we're going to see what happens. So I've actually counted the seconds as I went through, and we actually do it in about 4 seconds. So it's quite a bit quicker than 15. I probably went a little bit overkill on the potions, but you might not all be up to the same Witcher level as me, so these potions should make it doable for you no matter what level you're at, as long as you've got the potions available. Now, obviously the potions I was using, and as you can see, we've completed the task. Obviously the potions I was using were augmented by the free, I forget what it's called, White Gull potion that comes with the Manticore armor. I love the Manticore armor. It's useful for so many things. It's literally the only armor I've got apart from the free one that I got from one of the quests, and I use it all the time. So definitely recommend that as a purchase if you haven't got it, but yeah, I use it all the time. But that was our first of the difficult tasks. Next, we want to defeat 3 night succubi after performing at least 4 perfect critical hits. So again, I'm just showing you that that's the task I'm attempting. And then we're going to go prepare for this fight. Now, we don't really need to prepare much for this fight. I'm going to use Incandescent Heart just again because it defeats the monster a bit quicker. You could use any type of steel sword or any type of silver sword. If you want to have a bit more of a go at this, there are potions you can use. The blue potion, I forget what it's called, but we'll look it up now, will give you some critical hit meter on start. And that potion is called... Blue potion, Blizzard. So Blizzard will give you a bit of critical hit meter on start, which means you might be able to get 1 out slightly faster, but it's not amazing overall. But as you can see, we did like at least 4 or 5 critical hits during that. It's all about timing and practice. So this will have the same attacks as the lesser succubi, so you can practice getting your critical hit timing on those. And then when you come across the night succubi at nighttime, you can use it on that. But I wouldn't recommend using necessarily any potions for this because you're only going to get a limited amount of chances to do all of those critical hits within the time anyway. And if you don't do it, then it's not like you can really go back. It doesn't, having extra survivability from something like a Squall and a Swallow potion, not Squall, from a Swallow and a Swift potion would not necessarily help you here because all the damage that you've done leads up to the critical hits. If you miss a critical hit, then you've only got so many that you can do throughout the battle. So if you don't do 4 on that one, just wait and try for the next one. At least you've not wasted potions, because you don't really need to use potions on this. Alright, and now for the long one. To kill a night succubi using only signs. So, this one does require a little bit of preparation. I have decided this time round to use the Dawnbringer because it will increase my sign damage by 10%. Although arguably you could also use the Manticore swords, which will reduce the cooldown. I just decided to do it this way to be a little bit different to how I normally do it. I use Manticore swords a lot. So we've used Dawnbringer, so it's going to do decent damage, although we're not going to be using it for damage at all because we are only doing signs. I've used a Swallow and a Swift potion for survivability, of course, alongside, again, my White Gold potion, which is automatically applied from the Manticore armor. So you are allowed to defend, so we're just going to do lots of defense. I'm actually a little bit disappointed that I stopped trying to do perfect defenses part of the way through this and let the Succubus hit me on purpose, just so I didn't build the critical hit meter up too much, because every time I actually attempt it, I get a perfect defense. So it would have been a nice run of like 10 to 20 perfect defenses. But in general, we are just using Ard pretty much constantly because I did 2 casts to begin with, and Ard dealt more damage. And so we're just using our survivability from our Swift and Swallow potion, not hitting it, defending when we can, and yeah, just casting those signs. Very rarely throughout this process, again, you will see me get a couple of double sign casts. That is again from the last skill in the signs skill tree, which will sometimes ignore the cooldown of signs, which is pretty cool. Again, out of all the skills, if you make it all the way down the end of the skill tree, that is my favorite one to go for. It has the biggest effect on gameplay and making things easier for you. But we're literally just sat here doing this and defeating the monster. Now, arguably, there is another way you could attempt this. Because it's nighttime, there's no reason that I could not have used a cat potion, yes, which increases all damage dealt at night by 75%. With the White Gold potion, that would be 150%. And we could also have used a Petrie's Filter, which increases sign damage by 100%, which would then be 200% using the White Gold potion. So arguably, you could try it that way as well. I've just done it this way because I know this is going to work. Yes, it takes a bit longer, but as long as you don't fail at defending completely too many times, you are going to get there. Whereas if you fail at defending a couple of times when you haven't got the, when you're doing the damage build, which would be the Cat and Petrie's Filter potions, you might fail and then you've wasted those potions, you haven't defeated the monster, you haven't completed the task. So the safe way is to go for the survivability way, which is what I've shown you here. But anyway, that is the last of the difficult time tasks. The last one, obviously, in the list is gather 50 units of powdered monster tissue, which again, like normal, is all down to inventory management. Just make sure you've got space before you fight a monster and you will get those quite quickly. So, in summary, that is our Valentine's Day event. Normally, I try and look for some Witcher-related lore when we've got any sort of real-world event. There was no specific Witcher-related lore to do with Valentine's Day, although I did have a read through the general lore on the history.com page, and it was quite interesting. I do quite like exploring some of the lore behind real-world events and where they've come from and how they were historically celebrated. And if you guys do as well, let me know in the comments below, and I'm happy to do that video anyway, whether it's got Witcher inspiration or not. I'm sure we can find some things that it will link to, possibly other events, but let me know if you'd like me to do that video anyway. I also found some cool Witcher-related cards that we can look through at the same time, so I think that'd be quite a fun little sidetrack video to do for you guys. But let me know what you think of this event. I look forward to sending and receiving gifts from and to you all. My code is posted in previous videos, so if you go back and check some of my earlier ones, my friend code's in there. I haven't posted any more because I've got quite an extensive friends list, but if you want to add me for this event, then feel free to. I hope you all have a wonderful Valentine's week and either find some time to do something fun with that someone special in your life, or maybe you're still looking to meet that someone special in your life. At which point, I wish you the best of luck in finding them. So happy hunting, everyone, and we'll catch you later. Bye.